Just My Opinion, the podcast.
Mike Roberts, baby.
My name is Hery Irizarry.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Just My Opinion podcast. My name is Hery, and I'm here with Mike. Good morning, Mike.
What up, big dog? How you doing?
Hey, I can see you now.
There we go.
I see you now. Ooh, my eyes are really I look Asian.
Looking Asian.
I'm looking Asian this morning. Ooh, what's going on?
Dude, not much. Not much. I'm actually, I was thinking this morning, because we've been doing this podcast for just a little while now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been thinking about how I've got it, where we started and where we are, the geographically hasn't changed at all. I'm still recording this thing in a closet. But the fact that now, when I come in, I'm more prepared. I've got a whole road trip of items going on this side of the computer.
Yeah?
Yeah. That I'm now prepared for.
Gotcha.
Because, I got a cup of coffee here, and I've got 2 bottles of water. I got my vape here. I even have some contact refresher drops, because sometimes we've been doing this, and my eyes have went dry.
Yeah.
And dude, I don't know.
You
Anyways,
moved in.
Yeah, I moved in for the next hour. I knew I was going to be here.
Got you. You're drinking coffee?
Mm-hmm.
I need me some coffee. Some coffee.
Yeah, well, don't feel bad. It's not necessarily the greatest coffee, but it's not bad coffee.
But still coffee. Yeah,
it
I
is.
Need some coffee right now. I brought some coffee from Puerto Rico, so I can't wait to go and make some when I'm done.
Well, I'll tell you, one of our German listeners actually, when Robin was here, I let him try one of the bricks of coffee that you gave me, the blue one.
Okay.
The blue brick or whatever, and now now he tries to get it in Germany all the time, and he can't find it. So I'm gonna buy it here.
Let's ship it for him.
Yeah, and we're shipping it to him.
Yeah, of course. It's pretty cheap though. So
that's what I told him.
Yeah. That one is I got a good one from Puerto Rico, and it's a little bit expensive over there, even so. But I saw it, and I was like, I gotta bring it back home. And it's also a little hard to find it here, so that's why I had to go buy it. Mm-hmm. Family loves it too, so can't wait to have a cup of coffee of that.
Heck yeah, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. So speaking of which, let's speaking of which, you just went to Puerto Rico this week.
To PR.
What was
Puerto Rico? It was really good. I surprised my mom for her birthday. But I got so spoiled. Nothing like parents, right? Nothing like being with the parents. My mom spoiled me so much. It was a vacation, but it was like a staycation. I didn't go to do tourism.
Yeah.
I've been many times to Puerto Rico because I come from there, and every time I go, I do tourism. But this time, I just went to stay at my mom's house. Yeah, and first she was not expecting me, so she has a life. So I literally was doing everything that she had to do. She had to do groceries. I went with her. She had to go to a doctor appointment. I went with her. It was really cool.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, just like when I was living over there, I stayed in my neighborhood the whole time. It was so much fun to see, the neighborhood characters, nothing like it, man,
Oh, yeah.
So much laughing, and the weather was amazing, dude. So during the day it was like in the 70s, and at night, which is kind of rare, I don't remember this kind of weather growing over there, the weather was in the 60s at night. Beautiful, So when you're surrounded like mountains, it just feels even cooler,
Yeah,
it's like
super
a different
cool.
kind of cool, just I don't know how to explain it in nature. But yeah, it was just I just chill. All my friends came over to visit, and then I was eating so much, which I think I'm regretting now. I got everything that I wanted from Puerto Rico. Food. Yeah, every little thing that I used to remember, oh, I need to go back and eat this or that. There's nothing better than having like hot dog from cart stands, you know?
Oh yeah,
Puerto
bro.
Rico. In Puerto Rico, they're amazing, you know? I had that. There's nothing better than Puerto Rican Chinese food. I'm telling you, man.
Puerto Rican Chinese food.
There's nothing like it. It's Chinese restaurants, you know, owned by Chinese people.
So there's Chinese people that live over there?
Every restaurant in Puerto Rico is owned by Chinese people. Every Chinese restaurant.
Huh.
Yeah. And they do the food different than here. They use Puerto Rican ingredients to cook it, you know? Something that I will never change is they use the medium grain rice for their Chinese rice. Here they use the long one. I don't know if you noticed that.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm not the take a look next time you're eating rice.
Yeah. It's
And you go.
Details. It's in the
Yeah.
details. There's no better grain than the medium grain. Just a fun fact. It is the truth. It's a fact. It will never stay hard because it's just the perfect size, I guess. I don't know, but it cooks so well, and they do their rice with the medium grain over there.
The medium grain's what locks it in.
Oh boy, boy. So I had that. Like I said, I had the burgers and hot dogs. I had pastries from Puerto Rico. Oh, pastries from
Now I saw that on your Instagram.
baby. I'm telling you, man, and nothing like it. The bread, the Puerto Rican bread, man. I'm telling you, every morning a piece of bread with butter and a cup of coffee. Heaven. That's for you to start. You have coffee and bread, and then you wait like an hour, and then you do breakfast.
Then you do breakfast.
Coffee and bread is not breakfast, just so you know. And that was my day. That was my morning, you know?
Every day.
Every day we'll sit out on the porch and just chill.
Nice.
Talk with the neighbors, old neighbors, you know. I got to see my nephews. I spent a lot of time with my brother, which was really cool. My brother's like one of the funniest people ever. Like naturally funny. Anything that he says will make you laugh.
Hell
You
yeah.
know? He is hilarious. Like I'm telling you, nothing like he's a character. So my mom is doing some construction work in her house.
Mm-hmm.
So he helps her every day. So every day we get to be with each other, you know?
Yeah. No, that's
then-
really nice.
Yeah. His son is my son's twin. Dude, they're literally the same people, Mike. Height, body, the weight, the hair. Onyx twin.
No
Onyx
kidding.
twin. The way he talks and jokes, I'm like with Onyx. He's like telling me that I need to bring Onyx next time so he can. And he's a year younger than my son,
Yeah.
so they would get along really well. But yeah, that's what I did. I went to see my parents, my dad's family side as well.
Oh.
Which, I did. I went to see them, and
What was that like?
it was a lot of emotions because I haven't seen them since my father passed away.
Of course.
So I got to see them, and it was emotional. We got to talk about the experience that you and I lived when we get to pick him up. Yeah, I had to. They didn't know the whole story.
Which, by the way, podcast listeners, just to bring you up to speed, there is a really cool story that Aries referring to, and I believe it's somewhere in the episodes, and it was titled like Okeechobee or something.
right?
Was the name of the episode? If you go back and find that, it gives some backstory to what
It
we're.
was a really funny episode. It was not meant to be funny, but it was funny, right?
Yeah, it was a crazy experience.
It was a crazy experience, right? Yeah. So I got to tell them that whole story. Like I said, there was laughs and there were some times of crying, but you know, it had to happen. And then my aunt, I have four. He had four sisters, and they all like neighbors. Isn't that amazing? And I have it's like a street where I have my aunts and my cousins. It's amazing. It's incredible. So you can walk literally between houses and see everybody. And one of my aunts said, "I need you to sit right there. I need to give you something." She comes back with a little bag, and she pulls out of her bag a little photo album, right? And she said to me, I've been holding this for years because your dad said that when he moved to Puerto Rico, this used to belong to him. This is a little album that the only thing he had with pictures of you and your brothers. And I was holding this because he said, when I hold this until I move back, because I don't have a place to keep it. And it's this tiny album. And it has a picture of my mom and his wedding.
Oh, really?
Yes. Pictures of me and my brother when we were little. That I'd never seen these pictures, you know? So my aunt said, since he passed away, this is yours to keep.
Wow.
Man, that was something. That was something.
That was cool.
Yeah. Very emotional. I was like, whoa. She's like,
oh, I'm sure.
She's like, I don't know if you should tell your brothers. just keep it, you know. So it was
now
really
they know.
cool. Yeah, you know. Then it's something funny. So one of my aunt's husband, he's suffering now with dementia, right?
Oh, sorry to hear that.
But it gets funny because I did not know this, and I know him by this. He's this cool uncle. Like he has cool cars, cool house, nice house, you know. And as soon as I got there, he's like, nephew, same as usual, right? As usual. He gives me a hug. He's like, you know, how old is your daughter now? And I was like, hey, my daughter just turned 22. He's like, oh my God, do you have grandkids? Like, hell no, man, what's going on? You know?
Hey.
Like, man, he's like, she's 22. She gotta have babies now. I was like, hey, Papa, no, different times, you know. 15s, we don't have kids like you in your days. Anyway, so anyway, I go up into the house. I come down because I'm walking the area, and I see him, and it was like the first time he saw me. Again, I didn't know he had dementia. He's like, hey, nephew. Mike, swear to God. He said to me, how old is your daughter? I was like, 22. I just told you. He's like, does you have grandkids already? I'm like, what? No, she doesn't. She does. Didn't I just told you that? I was like, weird. Anyway, my aunt comes down and she says, she pulls me aside and starts explaining, like, oh, that makes a lot of sense now. And she said the type of dementia that he has is a short-term memory, right? He remembers everything, people, stories, anything from any of the year. But if he sees you now, and he sees you again 10 minutes, it's like 10 minutes later he saw you for the first time. Isn't that weird?
But wasn't it kind of nice to get, like, you know, on the silver side, many people don't get that energy, like, that type of, like, first reaction when he was like, hey, Papa, you know, like, to get that, like, another hit of that, like, 10 minutes later.
You have to see my face. I was like, what?
But that had to feel good, though, man. Just,
I just told you, I got no grandkids. I just told you that. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad when my aunt told me that. Oh yeah, he has dementia. I was like, he has what? So you know what? This is bad. I feel horrible for saying this, but he parked his car, right? And he didn't realize he already parked the car, so he hit the gas. He went straight to the wall in the garage. Boom! Crashed his car.
When you there?
No. I was like, so I'm there and like, what happened to your car? What happened to the car, Uncle? And he's like, I hit the wall. I was like, whoa, how? Like you just came from outside like really fast? He's like, my aunt said he was already parked. He just put it in drive and hit the gas.
Oh my God, bro.
So anyway, when I'm walking, he says, here you go. And he gives me a bottle of water. You look thirsty. I was like, wow, thank you. So I grabbed the bottle of water. When I say goodbye to everybody because I was leaving, he says to me, here you go, bottle of water. You look thirsty. I was like, I'm holding one. I was like, you already gave me one. I have it right here. Yeah. It's like for the road then. Yeah. Okay. It was so hard to acknowledge for somebody that you know all your life being away, right? And it's just hard to explain and to like take. Hey, you have grandkids? I was like, I just told you. Yeah.
Look, man.
Yeah, so I go back home, right? I go back home, and my brother said, "Hey, do you know about Melvin? His name is Melvin. You know that he's not doing well." My brother, he being my brother, like, "Oh, he crazy." I was like, "Why didn't you tell me that before I head over there?" You know, that's not fair. And he started laughing. Yeah.
I
So
gotta
that was
say,
kind of yeah, it was a funny experience.
oh my god,
Poor
dude,
guy.
that
Yeah. Oh, and they have this dog. Again, I'm learning about dogs now that I have a dog, right? People care so much about their dogs. And you have a dog and you love your dog. We love our dog as well. Me, it's
you
a
love
dog.
the dog. You have a
I
hard time.
love the
admitting
dog. I love the dog, but at the end of the day, for me, it's the dog. You know, and I'm going to treat her as a dog. Everybody that I know treats dogs like human beings. And that's where I draw the line, right?
it. At human, at respect.
Yes, you are. At the end of the day, you're an animal, you know. And so I'm gonna treat you like one. So anyway,
What does that mean?
you're not a human being. Why will I make you sleep with me? Why will I, treat you like a human being? Is a dog. I'm not gonna get. I don't want to get into this subject because I get passionate about. I get really passionate about this dog shit.
Get into it. We can take a detour. Get into it.
I hate. Like, people do grocery shopping for their dogs. People dress their freaking dog. Some people sleep with them in their bed. I can't do that shit. You're a fucking dog. Stay in your lane. Go to your dog house or something. You know? I can't. People spend so much money on their pets. You know, I don't understand that. I don't. I respect it. I respect that you love your pet that much. I just don't get it.
But you have a dog with all those things.
I don't do shit for my dog.
Your dog has like dog clothes,
No,
And
she hates
she's-
it, actually.
and she's little.
My wife loves our dog, and she treats our dog better than she treats me. You know?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
I don't
get
blame
it.
you though. I don't dress. I'm not about the clothes part of the dog, but I will say that at times.
Your dog is a giant. I know I know people that put their dog in a little stroller and take him out to everywhere they
That's
go.
where I draw the line. Look,
But
I'm
you know
okay.
what I
if-
mean? That's for me. That I just don't get it.
Well, but some people, I don't know. Well, but then again, you have like the emotional support side where some people like
Don't
they have
give me
these
that
dogs.
shit. That's the excuse now. Emotional support. I don't know. I don't. Again, that's why I respect it, but I don't get it. So anyway, I'm in my aunt's house, and this dog literally is just standing there, right? Just like piece of furniture. And I'm like, what's up with that dog? And my aunt says, so she is blind, deaf, epileptic. And I'm like, what?
Damn.
Is that a thing? And why is she here?
Yeah.
Why is she alive? And she showed me this like kit of medicine that she has for the dog. I was like, what? So apparently she was supposed to have a surgery for her vision. She almost died in the surgery, so she told the doctor, stop the surgery. I just want her to live. But now she stands in a corner because she's blind, she's deaf, she doesn't move.
Fuck yeah, that dog's just confused.
No, she's just waiting to die. She is. She's old as hell. I didn't know any of this shit. Dogs go through this.
Oh
Why?
yeah.
Isn't that like suffering?
I think it is. That sounds not fun.
Right? And she's like, so she's calling the dog and she has to like yell and clap. So the dog has some kind of like,
Just to feel the vibrations.
and the dog starts moving like towards the table instead of her. Like she's lost. And I'm like, yeah, she's blind. Yeah. Weird. But hey, people love their pets.
I saw a 3-legged dog the other day.
Come on, man. You can't say something like that.
I was at a rest stop.
Like, okay. I had a vision. That's why. And let me ask you. This is why I'm laughing. Is the dog missing a leg?
Missing a full blown.
Okay. So my bad. Okay, don't know why, but this is so stupid. But I thought the dog had like in the front or the back had a third leg.
Yeah, had a big extremity, big penis. Maybe.
So it was missing one.
Yeah, no, dude. So
Got it. It makes more sense now.
we got to this. We were on the way home from West Virginia.
I saw it. When you said I saw the dog with 3 legs. Was it black?
It was like a husky.
I saw the dog.
It looked like a snow dog.
I can't. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. And I was like, "Oh, look at that beautiful husky over there." And I was like, "Oh, look at that. He's only got 3 legs."
Turn around and you're like, "Whoa!"
And it was a front leg too, bro. That's impressive. That's a lot of bend and like. Whew. And the homeowner was out there walking him in the snow at the rest stop.
In the snow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? When I was driving to my mom's house on the way home, there was traffic. The ambulance was there and the police. A guy just hit a horse.
Damn.
The horse got into
Damn.
The horse got into the highway. Like how? Where you came from?
Dude, Puerto Rico's wild, wild west and out there, dude.
Obviously, nobody's gonna claim that horse.
Bro, dude, that's gotta. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of people hitting a. You ever had a family member hit a cow or a deer, anything like that?
I never, not in my family, but it's kind of hilarious to see the videos.
Ah, no. Actually, I gotta say, dude, that shit's scary. Like, the bigger like, it's cool if it's like a little squirrel or something.
Yeah.
But you start hitting deer and shit, it gets, that can get impactful. My aunt hit a deer fucking once, like head on with a minivan. Her and my cousin.
Minivan.
Dude, it was a Dodge Caravan. I remember like it was yesterday. It was red. And they hit a fucking deer. They hit a deer on the way home and like flipped the fucking minivan. Ended up in the ditch.
The deer.
They both no. They're alive. They were both at my wedding.
What, the deer?
Nah, my aunt, my cousin.
Oh, what? No, I asked. The hell? I got so confused here because I asked you if the deer was. I asked if the deer, so you answered about your aunt, but I was like, what? You took it to the wedding?
Oh
no, I was asking if the deer was. The
my
deer
fault.
made it.
No, the deer did not make it.
Gotcha. So, yeah, there's a place in Georgia. I stayed in a resort in Georgia, and it's called Blue Mountain. Like that shit is like the top of the mountains, right? That resort, and the air is called Blue Mountain. There's so many signs of be careful, beware of deers, right?
Yeah.
Man, I saw like 3 of them dead on the road.
Yeah, dude, and they can fuck your shit up, dude.
I was driving like 10 miles per hour.
Dude, I'm not
As soon as I
playing.
saw the first one.
Yeah, like in West Virginia it was like that too, bro. And you go to some places. I was in South Florida the other day. Like, I wonder if people actually read road signs. This is a good topic. I was in South Florida the other day. I saw a sign that said fucking bear crossing.
I think I've seen that. Not in Florida, but I've seen it.
Yo, when's the last time I saw a fucking bear in Florida, dude?
Well, go to any of those springs here in Florida. All of them, they have these trash cans designed to avoid bears digging in. Okay? And then they have signs outside saying beware, of bears.
And that brings us to our next portion of the podcast. Don't forget to visit myflorida.com for all aspects of Florida tourism, including natural springs, Rainbow River.
Yeah, every springs that you go in Florida have the signs. And the cool thing is about these trash cans is they're like, it's kind of hard to like even open and put your trash in. But they make it that way so the bear can't reach into the trash.
I bet if I was a bear, I'd be pissed. Like, what if the bear was like, you guys are walking through my neighborhood, okay, and I can't even access the trash in my neighborhood. Yeah. I think if I'm the bear, I'm like, look, guys, the only reason I'm chasing you or going after the occasional human as a grizzly bear, as a little bear guy, is because I can't get in the fucking trash cans.
Your fault.
If you guys exactly, if you would just unlock the trash cans, I wouldn't have to chase you and eat you. But now I got to. That's why
I've never
bears
seen
are always
one
mad.
in person besides the zoo.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I get alerts in my ring, like
About
not
bears?
in this neighborhood, but close of bears in the area, close from us.
Well,
But
you
I've
know
never seen one.
what's interesting is like they put those collars on them now. So now like I was listening the other day, like they put these like scientists and stuff with some of the animals, like they're doing this with wolves. Like they're trying to repopulate the wolf population in North America. I'm being for real. So they're So they're dropping these like small wolf packs in different regions, around the country, and they track them with like a collar and stuff.
Okay.
To see how their movements. So like if you took wolves that were originally from captivity and started them out in Washington, where do they end up in 2-3 years? Yeah, and some of them will migrate, and they show their migrate pattern. So to bring it all full circle, that's probably how your ring, and it's also able to do it because I'm sure there's some type of.
That's pretty cool.
But isn't that cool? Like, and I don't want to dig too deep into that because truthfully, I learned about that on another podcast. It was on the Joe Rogan podcast. I learned about that, but that was I got to give all credit to where it is. But it was pretty interesting, and I don't want to fuck it up to you guys. But that was pretty cool.
It is.
That's what we're doing now. So with bears, I'm sure it's similar because Florida's not really known for bears, for a lot of black bears and stuff. So I'm sure we have.
And why do we have them now? Right?
Well, I think they're just trying to.
I wonder what's going on. They're heading to Florida. Probably older bears retiring.
Well, climate change can cause a lot of that.
I know.
Older bears retiring. I heard that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I bet that's what they're doing. Mm-hmm.
It's causing them to migrate.
Yeah.
Man, dude, this podcast got educational.
Right? Talk about educational. What is up with the eggs?
Talk about educational. Tell me about the eggs.
Man, but this is a deep subject for me. It is. I have a son who eats a lot, and I buy the big box of 60, right? And how is it that shit goes from $7 to $22?
I don't know what's causing
triple.
I don't know what's causing the recent egg crisis. It could also very well be something similar to the toilet paper thing, where people are just doing it.
I don't get it. There's enough eggs. They're just nobody's buying them because they're expensive. So I don't know. What am I supposed to do now? I want to eat eggs.
Maybe get egg beaters.
I wonder what diners are doing, because they do these breakfast diners. They do everything with eggs. Are they more expensive now?
No, they just buy chickens.
What?
They just buy chickens. They got chickens popping them out in the back.
Oh, I was like, what a chicken has to do with everything, actually. Yeah, I don't know. It's too expensive. I'm like, it is a luxury to eat an egg right now. It's even more expensive than the gas. But gas is something you need to move around. So I guess we're all going to stop eating eggs?
No, here's what it is. I'm going, guys.
Oh, there we go, Mike.
Going to the research. Okay. And this is what I pulled up on wesh.com. It says here, there's a little article done. In St. Cloud, there's a farmer there. Okay. She said the recent increases in egg prices is partially due to bird flu that has caused big hatcheries to cull their birds which had a domino effect. It's not so much that there's an egg shortage, it's that there's less birds to produce the eggs. So in order to make up for the loss, she said prices have gone up, but some have ticked their numbers higher than others. A nonprofit group called Farm Action wrote a letter to the Federal Trade Commission.
They wrote a letter.
Asking them, yeah, this sounds so Caucasian, asking them to investigate the price gouging, noting egg prices have more than doubled in the last year. In the state of Florida alone, prices have increased on eggs 57%. Second most expensive state to buy eggs in right now is the state of Florida. That's clucked up. This year, since Christmas, the farmer said she sold 30 to 40 hens. Huge incubator that holds 270 eggs.
So
Basically,
is there any sign of going down?
Things are going back up. But what's happened, basically, in short, is the birds are getting sick at the big hatcheries. They all got the flu, and when they get the flu, they die. So once they die, I mean, I'm boiling this down, but what I'm interpreting is once the big hatcheries, those birds start dying, they got to replenish the dead birds with some egg-producing chickens. And it just doesn't happen overnight. So, but there is essentially being awareness brought to it that this is price gouging. Because the eggs...
I can complain about white people a lot. I can go all day. But this is beneficial. So go get it, white people. Make it better for us.
Dude, this is when you want a Karen on your side, because essentially what's going on, like,
exactly. You just hit it right there. That's what we need. We need a Karen to get really upset because she has 5 kids and she needs to feed her kids, and this is too much. That's when we need. This is when a Karen should do her thing. It's pricey.
Well, I'll tell you what's even weirder. The great state of Florida and Osceola County allows a maximum 6 chickens on properly zoned properties.
Well, I always wanted chickens, but they're not allowed in my community. Yeah. The HOA would not allow me to have chickens. If not, I would have a few.
Well, I can tell you that this is an interesting statement. And what's even...
interesting statement. Okay.
I think it's cool because I didn't know why the eggs were more expensive.
Yeah.
I didn't Google it until we were talking about it.
Oh, so. I've been bitching about it for a few weeks because I spend a lot of money on eggs because I can't eat breakfast. I can eat eggs every day. Like I like a bunch of them. At least 6 eggs. At least. I love eggs. Omelet, scramble, and my son too. So again, going from $7 to $22 a box, that's just ridiculous. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's a big jump. Big jump.
It is. They should go slowly, raising the price. Nope.
57%.
Yeah. That's
second highest state.
Who's the highest
for inflation?
Does it say?
I can get that right now.
Probably they don't even eat eggs over there.
Who has?
I love it. We're doing this research.
Highest egg prices. Da-na-na, da-na-na.
There we go.
Who do you think it is?
California?
Nah. I think it is, well, they don't really give us a... Oh, here we go.
They don't want to snitch on...
So it's actually, year over year, is Iowa.
Oh.
Isn't that like a... Yeah, that kind of like took the wind out from underneath the sails.
I expect that.
Dude, Iowa's up 153%. So basically...
that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, they're not giving us the average cost. Oh, here we go. In Hawaii, people are paying $9.73 a dozen.
Well, that's Hawaii. But they didn't go up. They've been expensive the whole time.
And Florida's at a statewide average of $6.36 a dozen.
Shit. We got to drop that down.
Now, see, here's what's weird is Iowa, though, they're up 153%. But in Iowa, the average for a dozen is $4.44. So what were they fucking... What the fuck was Iowa paying for eggs before? Like $1 a dozen?
Probably.
Like, we need to bring that market up anyways.
I'm going to move to Iowa.
No, but if you were an egg... Don't be an egg salesman. It's terrible.
No, I mean,
Bro.
I'd rather pay $4 than pay, $8.
Yeah, but imagine what the egg farmers were making. They were probably getting like, what the fuck, dude? Like 10 cents an egg?
Well, probably the living costs over there is different too. So,
Yeah, who lives
I don't
there?
know.
Who lives in Iowa? Who do you know from Iowa?
Nobody.
Yeah, nobody does. I'm not shitting on Iowa. I'm just saying it's not like a desirable... Like, what's the capital of Iowa?
Right. Man, we've been learning a lot. We've been learning a lot today. These episodes is just mind blowing. Yeah. Man. Woo.
You
That's
know?
interesting.
I like
Anyway.
digging into these. We need like a screen.
I love that you were able to share that knowledge with everybody.
Yeah, knowledge maybe.
Yeah. Anyway. I was out of town obviously because I was in Puerto Rico. So I didn't really get to see anything on Netflix. You saw anything?
Actually,
I do want to see something, but I'll tell you later.
I've been watching a lot of that 90s show. I finished that.
That is the new version of That 70s Show.
Yes, the spinoff of it.
It's a spin-off.
Yeah, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Well, it's like a continuation in the sense that, I mean, it does, like, make sense. And
There's new people.
there is new people, but there is a tasteful amount of viewings from the old cast as well.
Got you. I never saw the old one, so
Okay, so in the old, like, you
I
did...
know what it is about. I just never watched it.
Well, like, you were able to keep... They obviously keep the mom and dad are going to be, like, full-on characters in this. And then Fez, the Spanish influence in the original show, he's got, like, a ongoing role, I would say. But, yeah, all the kids are new. And, like, so the core cast. And it's wrapped around more 90s comedy. Like, stuff that was relevant in the 90s. So it's pretty neat. I would say now, but then again, I'm thinking to myself, like, wait, they made a TV show that I could relate to because it's got to update the age.
I love the 90s. The 90s were awesome. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'll check it out. Like I said, I never watched the old show.
It's pretty good. Well, like,
I don't find... Well, back in the day, I did not find Ashton Kutcher funny.
Well, there's more than just Ashton in it.
Yeah, I know. But he was always kind of like the main character, I guess, you know? So I never felt, like, drawn to the show. Don't know.
Nah, I think once you go back and watch it, you'll see that he's not, he's a core role, but he's not the only one.
Got you. Yeah.
And you can rely on the fact that, you know, he's one of the most smartest guys out there. Smart cookie.
Okay. I don't know. I'll give it a shot.
You know about Ashton, right? You know about his life outside of that. That he's like
Yeah.
tech mogul.
Yeah, I guess so.
What?
Yeah, I do not care for him. I do not care for him. There's anything against him. It's just I don't know. Don't care for it.
Stop me in my tracks.
Sorry. Sorry. Anyway, I want to see the new movie You People with Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy. I'm a huge fan of Eddie Murphy, so I want to see it.
I've started watching it now twice.
Okay.
And I haven't finished it. But it's really funny. I would definitely say.
Well, that's a good thing.
Well, but I will say, like, the format's a little different. Really love the cast, though. I mean, like, some of it will seem cheesy in the beginning, is what I'll pretext with.
Okay.
But it really does appear to come together. Like, and I haven't quite all the way gotten to the end, but it does come together nicely, is what I'll say. So, if you're feeling in the beginning of watching that movie, I don't know if I'm going to like this kind of format the whole time.
Got you.
About that time, things get better. And that's what I'll say. Because I don't want to ruin that one for the listener. That one's brand new. I know everybody's going to be excited to see it. I don't want to kill that.
Yeah, it looks funny. And like I said, I love Eddie Murphy.
Jonah Hill does a great job. Eddie Murphy, of course.
He produces it, right?
Huh?
I think Jonah Hill produces it.
Oh, bro. I mean, well, Jonah Hill just, again, just Cadillac actor. I mean, I was thinking the other day, what do you think about this? This might be too much of an endorsement. I don't know. But I could see this. One guy starts to phase out, a new guy phases in. And, Robert De Niro is still acting. I'm a huge Robert De Niro fan, if you know me. And, but Jonah Hill, when legends die, I think is stepping in to being one of the most versatile actors out there. I think so. I think that's fair to say. I mean... Yeah,
don't see why not. Yeah, I guess you got a good point.
Because I like him. Like when you watch this movie, Jonah Hill seems the most like himself at times. Like if I could picture what he's actually like to a certain degree. But it's really good. And to see him come from like super bad to where he now is today, you have to admit, I mean, and he has put his body through all these 21 Jump Street. Then you go to Wolf on Wall Street, my favorite movie with him in it, and I love the character he played there. I mean, that was one where, bam!
Wasn't that movie? What's the name? War Dogs.
War Dogs was great, dude. He was
excellent in that movie.
Yeah, he did the laugh.
Excellent. Yeah, yeah, he's excellent in that movie. Oh, by the way, so there's a new show on HBO. Have you heard about this? It's like so popular right now and trending. It's called The Last of Us. Have you seen that?
I have played the video game, but I don't have HBO Plus or Max, but I do want to see it.
It is very, very popular right now. So I saw the first episode the other day, the day that I was going to Puerto Rico. Man, it's very impressive. I don't know how to explain this. So you probably know more about it than I do because you played the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude.
So tell me your version of it.
Okay, so essentially, from what I can remember, now I played this game a long time ago, but from what I can remember, essentially, like the zombie apocalypse type things happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, it's a zombie show.
They're not like really. Are they zombies?
It's something like that. Like there's an infection of some sort getting around, and then you have like it's more of like a pandemic that escalated to zombies.
Exactly.
Type. I would better describe it as. And the gameplay is really good. Was really good. And I remember playing the game, and when you would play the game, it was more so about the storyline, like the actual story, like the movies in between you playing like a couple of rounds was just as cool. So it's really I know the gaming community for a long, long time wanted this show to happen. Because it's a father and a daughter, and they're making their way through the woods and all these different terrains to just try and survive the zombies and get to, it's always about getting from point A to point B with those types of shows. And then it just, you wash, rinse, repeat that. But at the same time, they do a really good job of it. And the story play and the gameplay always made really good sense. It was very satisfying.
It's very intense. That first episode keeps you... Whew, yeah. Like I said, it's very thrilling, the action or... just it was well done, that first episode. Again, I haven't seen it, but everybody's talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Very popular show. So I think they have 3 episodes out now, I think. It's weekly. So I'm going to try to watch them today since I have nothing planned. I'm gonna try to catch up on all the stuff, movies and TV shows. So, since I'm off for the next couple of days before I head back to work.
Oh, that's nice.
Vacation's over.
Yeah, vacation's over, brother. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, probably until like May. So.
Well, I did buy Goodfellas the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it.
What a movie, right? Yeah.
I bought it on my Amazon account. I was like, fuck it, I'm buying it because this is a great movie.
It is a great movie.
It is, dude. There's some movies that I can forever watch, and that one will be on there forever.
You're right. It's one of those movies. There's a few movies that I can watch many times.
Well, I feel like...
what movie I can watch many times?
What?
Casino.
I was just about to say that.
You scared.
Oh, man.
Right? So good.
Casino was such a good movie, and just that era and that class of actors and actresses, I think, is what I really like. Like, I like De Niro, Joe Pesci. I like the...
Always great together.
I like the...
Well, not only them, it's the extra small characters.
Okay.
They're all unique, right? They're all unique in their ways, and it brings it all like to make it such a great movie. Sharon Stone is amazing in Casino.
Yes.
Man, she's one of those you love to hate characters.
Absolutely.
You know? And I love that movie.
You know, it's such a neat... It was a neat time. Everything was big. The movies are, forget about it. You know, and like, tell Paulie we'll cover his meals and da-da-da. Like, I loved the... Bam, bam, bam,
You know what it was, too? It was more about the story and the acting. No CGI.
Yeah.
It was just acting.
And the action scenes were real cars, like doing action scenes in Vegas. Mm-hmm. You know, like, that's what I liked, is it was real.
It was real, yes. It makes it feel real. Yeah, I love that movie. So good movie. But yeah, when Joe Pesci came back to do that movie with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro,
The Irishman.
The
oh
Irishman,
my gosh!
I don't care how long it was. I had to watch it.
It's so good. I just watched that. I did rewatch that this past week, as a matter of fact.
That's a good class. Oh, talk about there's also the Godfather, right? So anyway. I don't know if you heard this or seen this movie. There's a movie. It's a comedy version of The Godfather. It's called The Mafia. Have you seen it? Man, you remember Jay Moore, the comedian? He's the main character. He plays Robert De Niro in the movie. And it's so funny. You have to watch it. It's called Mafia. It's really old. It's probably in the 90s. One of those silly movies they used to do. Remember, like Naked Gun?
Yes.
You know?
Oh, I love Naked Gun.
Which, by the way, they're rebooting that movie.
Get out of here.
You know who's gonna play
the guy?
Agent? Yeah.
Who?
Liam Neeson.
Get out of here.
He's gonna play. Yes, he's gonna play. What was his name? Agent.
Oh my
god! I don't know. It's gonna kill me. And OJ was in the movie.
I haven't seen those movies in such a long time.
So yeah, they're bringing them back, and Liam Neeson will play the officer. It was Leslie Nielsen. That was his name. I think it was. Yeah, I can't remember. But they're bringing it back. I can't.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that guy?
He died.
I felt like he was in everything for a while back then,
Yeah, Airplane. Remember the movie Airplane?
Yeah.
So good. He was in them.
Weird Al Yankovic is in that movie too.
And which one?
Naked Gun.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I didn't know that either.
I can't remember his character.
I'm seeing. Okay, Naked Gun reboot with Liam Neeson is a go.
It is.
It was in October.
And he's so serious, it's going to be perfect. I think he's going to do well because his character, he's a very serious guy. And that's how the original one, he was just very serious, but everything he would say or do made him funny. He was that stupid James Bond agent,
Yeah.
So
this could be funny.
It is, yeah. I think it will. For once, I'm gonna like. I think it's gonna be good. When they do these
Man.
remakes of old movies, it's kind of you gotta be kind of skeptical.
Yeah.
Who
I
knows
would.
when that will come out, but yeah, I would see it.
I would see it.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. What an interesting time we're living in. You know, because we're having to remake all the old shit to still entertain us. We're like, fuck it, the new shit sucks.
But you know what will be interesting to see is how they implement it to our times, because back in those days the jokes were more hardcore, more racial. They were just deeper. The sense of humor was different. And today, you got to be careful what you say.
Yeah.
So I would like to see how they kind of make it funny nowadays, without crossing that line of hurting people's feelings.
Yeah.
Which again is comedy, and people get sensitive, but I think comedy has the green light to make their own rules, I guess.
I think so.
That's what I think. I think so.
I think
People
so.
sensitive. But comedy should be comedy and should be allowed
Well,
to
I mean,
express yourself and do art.
How about just movies?
Oof. Do art.
How about movies and theater in general? Like,
Yes.
it is like, it's a form of expression, and it's a way to interpret, just like a book. Like, you're not going to like every book, doesn't mean you hate reading. If you don't like every movie, it doesn't mean you hate watching film. And it's not fair to pigeonhole, like, oh, not you personally, but I'm saying like the world, like you were saying, to your point,
Yeah.
like to say, oh, comedy movies shouldn't have that in it anymore. Well, why not? It's a
Correct.
fucking comedy. If you know you're getting into it to laugh and to be, like, you have to be willing to allow yourself to.
And why is it
relax.
allowed to address issues in a drama movie
That's my
series,
point.
but not in a comedy?
Mm-hmm. And I think you'll notice with you people, they do a really good. It is unlike. I don't want to ruin it, but it is very unlike what you're probably going to expect. You're probably going to expect more of a 22 Jump Street, like that kind of laughing style. But I want you to know that you people plays in the discomfort of the room and is not as scared to address some of these issues. And it is
Good.
very, it's uncomfortable funny because it's the world. It's like an early onset of what the world is getting back to, which is to being okay with that stuff again. Because the world is, bro. After COVID, everybody kind of baselined it. Hey, this fucking sucks, and I miss talking shit. So people are coming back from that. I think that's starting to be behind us. We got to quit talking like it's still here. Like PCism isn't like as pushed. I think what the big thing that I can take away from all the activism that happened is I am more aware of certain shit, like of my audience in certain spaces. Not when I'm telling jokes. No, not when I'm doing this. No, but in certain atmospheres, I am more aware of what I'm saying and how it could affect others.
It is tough for me because the way I joke or speak, I don't watch my surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to take that in consideration is tough. I have kids and they will call me out. You don't say this, but they're from that generation too. So I don't care, but I try to be mindful.
Yeah, for me, it's like, again, if you walk into the wrong environment, I don't give a damn. But if you walk, but at the same time, like when I'm going through work or applying it in my daily life like that, I have no problem in being a bit more open-minded or conscientious. Or I'm just aware of like what assholes people are now too. Like what some people go at, because where there's people like us that don't see a problem or as much, like you also notice more people that are directly going out of their way to almost offend somebody.
Yeah,
I'm more aware of that shit.
I know who I am, so but the other person doesn't. So
Yeah.
just be careful, I guess.
Anyways,
Yeah.
hey,
Anyway,
great fucking episode.
yeah. Oh my God, it's already an hour. Jeez, Louise. Anyway, it was fun.
Dude, it was fun. We've been taking on. I hope everybody's liking the
Whoa. You're learning. People are learning with us, you know?
Our listenership is changing. I think what we're doing is changing.
They're changing our category on Spotify to,
Informative. Upbeat. Modern.
Ooh.
You know?
Ooh.
Informational.
We have mature and grown.
Yeah. So pretty soon we might actually have like a schedule for these. I mean, like on how we write. Oh, that'd be wild, like a little outline. But
yes.
No, I think this was fun.
Yeah.
Great to see you, bro. I'm glad you made it back.
Great to see you. I am back. We are back to reality.
And
I said to my mom, I don't want to leave, but I guess I have to go back home and be a dad and a husband.
You know.
So anyway, that's how we're gonna finish.
I'm gonna listen.
Anyway, man, good talking to you, man.
Good talking to you, brother.
Take care.
Bye bye.
See you, everybody.